Welcome to a tutorial on how to write dialogue on Piclits.com. This is a really great way to engage with these photographs. You kind of have to search a little bit to find photographs that have multiple people in them so that you could have an imagined dialogue. Obviously, I've located this intense scene of soldiers getting a wounded soldier to the helicopter and off to the hospital into safety. And before I show you and give you a model of how to write dialogue, I just want to show you how I located this. So if you can cruise up here in the carousel and you can look for characters. You can see you could spend a lot of time waiting and not find any characters, or you could go to see 30 more photos, and you can scroll through here. Here's a fun one with the dog. You can see that there's nothing here where these people are all alone, except for maybe these people, the shadows of these people. But if you don't find anything here, you just go back and you click on see 30 more photos, and it gives you more photos. And you scroll through and you can see a lot of solitary individuals. There's a firefighter one with multiple individuals, and so you could have an imagined dialogue between them. So if you don't find the photos that you could write a dialogue with, just go back to the website, click on see 30 more photos, and it will add a whole new set of 30 photos each time you click on it, and you can keep going until you find one. But to get to the chase here, this is the one that I wanted to write about. As always, I go to the drag and drop mode and I look for some key nouns: trauma, war, and adjectives. Intensely, protect would be a great verb to use. And so I got some inspiration, and I think I have a dialogue I'm ready to write. So I'll go into freestyle mode. And before I go and write the dialogue, I just want to remind you that the assignment is to have you practice writing dialogue. Make sure that you ensure that you indicate who is speaking, and that you use a variety of quotation tags. And remember, on that lesson plan, there's a list of possible quotation tags. And then through the speech that you create, it should be how people actually speak, words you would hear in conversation. And in your dialogue, a really good dialogue would develop a conflict and either resolve the conflict or purposefully not resolve the conflict. So let's get started. Let's see how I go here. So I'm just going to start with my dialogue. I didn't see them. And notice that I use the comma before the quotation. Now I have to have my quote tag. Yelled the first soldier on the left. So I indicate who's speaking. I hit return. I like to space it out a little bit. And it's not your fault. Remember, comma, replied, so a different quotation tag, the soldier closest to the camera. Didn't know how else to say that, so just closest to the camera, closest in the photo. What we need to do right now is get Jim, imagine that Jim's the name of the wounded soldier, to the helicopter so he can live to see his family. Stated, so a different quotation tag, the soldier in the tan pants. So right up in here. And then I wanted to, so I've got a conflict, and I want to resolve the conflict. They carried Jim in silence and thought of their families. And so I want to move it down a little bit so you can have a better view of the photograph. And so I think I've accomplished what I hope to do in this dialogue. I've got a bunch of different quote tags here: yelled, replied. Oop, I gotta go up in here, and it kind of cuts off that live, and move that over. And so I'm gonna bring this back up so that it's all there. And I gotta put a period after families. It's a bunch of different quotation tags. This is conversation you would imagine they would say. I didn't see him. It's not your fault. And then I imagine this soldier to be the commanding soldier. What we need to do right now is get Jim in a helicopter so he can live to see his family. And then they all, in silence, I imagine, think of their families. So not quite a complete resolution to the conflict, but certainly some closure to the conversation. So cruise around these photos, try to find some characters that you could write an imagined dialogue, and have some fun with it.